Dude, real quick, look at the little amount of icing here.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, shit.
No, you're right.
Like,
Oh, I can't read it from over here. In the Vegas Lights, where villains spent the weekend. Oh, God. The deep end,
we're swimming with the sharks until we drown. The Vegas Lights, the lies and...
affectations?
I didn't know that was a word. Sensation.
We're winning till the curtain's coming down. Thanks, Panic at the Disco.
We hate you.
This is Justin, jersey number 14.
I'm Cory, jersey number 72. I never got it with those dudes.
What's funny that this came up is I'm researching them for the program currently.
Okay.
I'm down to my 20. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
And get this information out of my head. But
are you a fan?
I wouldn't call myself a fan.
Okay.
They're better than I've ever given them credit for.
Right.
It's another one of those bands that, like Eve 6, you got to let them be what they are. Like, once you realize what they are,
acceptance.
Yeah, it's what it is.
See, it depends, because like we did Eve 6 with Christina. Shout out Christina. We hate your team though.
Yes.
But Eve 6 is much more like I can let them be them and be like, I'm all right with this. Not Panic at the Disco. I don't get it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they're a dude now. Like, it's a dude.
It's just a guy?
Yeah, he's Panic at the Disco.
He does everything.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I mean, he's got a band now. Well,
okay.
And look, like, you know, and these are things I'll talk about on the episode whenever we actually get to it. But the time I went to see Weezer in 2016, Panic opened for them.
Okay.
When my friend Matt and I rolled up to get ready to come in, Panic was still playing, covering Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ugh.
And it was one of the worst things I've ever heard.
There's just you can't.
Well, you can't. I mean, Weird Al can do it because he made it a polka.
Right.
And he's Weird Al.
Yes. You don't get to go out there though, Panic at the Disco guy.
Yeah. But it turns out I kind of like Brandon Urie. Like, he did that song with Taylor Swift, even though I hate that song specifically. But like, I love the message of the song, and there's a lot of great messaging in Panic. And there's a lot of they're a theater rock band that got kind of lumped in as an emo band. They're not an emo band.
Okay.
So it's like they're not Queen, but if that is like the kind of music I would compare it to.
Right.
Like that theater stadium rock.
Yeah, I got you. Which makes sense because you hear them a lot in hocky games and stuff. They're in all the NHL video games.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's usually when that song would play. I'd be like, you know what? Time for a cigarette. Let me just let this run real quick.
But yeah, well, yeah. And, I mean, there's so many worse bands that I've come across. Like when we did Fall Out Boy. Like, Fall Out Boy is what I thought Panic was.
Mm-hmm.
Panic is not that, even though like Panic's later stuff is comparable to kind of what Fall Out Boy did. Fall Out Boy started as this pop punk band,
right?
And emo, and then here they are churning out whatever the hell you want to call those last couple records.
Song titles that are paragraphs.
Please let me be relevant still.
Right. So
yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to ask me those questions because I've come to a point where like I'm accepting pretty much of everything.
Yeah.
There's very few times you're gonna give me. I don't think that's true because I think my wife would definitely disagree. But like, there's very few times I'm like, get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
So, but like, you gotta let them be what they are, and if you're not willing to do that, I wouldn't bother.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep not bothering with them because I'd hear them and I'd just be like, I don't.
Oh no, I was exact same like that one song, like the one that broke them. Such a beautiful wedding.
Oh, I was thinking of a different one.
Whoever dude of
Yep.
closing the
goddamn door. No. Yeah. Get that out of here. Yeah. Good for you. For the types of things that, like, those are the types of things those people like. Just I'm not among them.
Yeah.
I never got it, dude. I never got it. But good for you if you did.
Strangely enough, like their second record, I really, really enjoyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't the
Because it takes out like the thing that I thought they were.
Okay.
Like, because that song specifically that we're talking about does have like the guitars and stuff, and it does feel like they are trying to be like this emo band.
Right.
But the next one they lean really heavy into the theater stuff.
Okay.
It's like, oh, this is good. I like this. I like what you're doing here. And so, more on that on Deprogrammed.
Yeah, I just never liked how they have an exclamation mark in the middle of their shit, and then the A and at afterwards was lowercase.
Yes, Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Although I do like a good exclamation point on a band name. Like there's some local there was The Gloom.
The Gloom, yeah.
The Gloom.
Yeah, dude.
So you always had to
yes, exclaim.
Exclaim it.
Yeah, dude. I'm good with it, but just capitalize the fucking A.
Yeah.
Please be grammatically correct.
Please.
Dude.
I mean, especially if you've got paragraphs as song titles.
Right. I don't want. Please
And you're
don't
using all these big words unnecessarily in your songs.
Yeah, I'd like to not use a sentence to say who I'm listening to, please. Jesus Christ.
All this because he says the words "in the Vegas lights."
Yes.
In the first line. So that's how we got on Panic at the Disco. I should probably fix this thing because we got some stuff to look at today.
We do.
Oh my God.
We're here to talk Vegas. Look, man, Vegas had not a team forever, and now they're constantly around. Like you can't get away from Vegas. Like, for example, the goddamn draft. You want to know where it is next week? Vegas. Because we took the Raiders out of Oakland and put them in Vegas.
Yeah.
Hockey brought a team to Vegas. It's just look, good for you for exploding Vegas as if you didn't already have enough going on. But it's just funny to me how a market goes from having shit.
Well, I guess to be fair to Las Vegas is they've always wanted a team, but everybody was like, nah, we can't do that. We can't put one there.
Right.
It's like, well, why not?
Yeah.
And well, here we are. Look.
Yeah. Somebody breaks the ice and it's just, all right, everybody gets a Vegas now, which is fine. It's certainly like if you look at markets, I think it's one of those markets for the longest time that did not have one that you probably look at and go like, they probably should. It's not like it is around here when like it's like, well, should we put a team in Virginia Beach? Like, I don't think people everywhere are going, who needs a team? The 757.
Yeah, right.
Or, Norfolk
whatever
or
two
whatever.
we are now.
Yeah.
We're two. By the way, we're no longer the 757. We have two now.
Dude,
and if I want to call you, I have to dial 757 now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm a good friend. You're not going to get a phone call from me. It'll be a text.
yes, dude. Because that's what we do now. And yeah, dude, I know it's good for us, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. There was a conversation at work the other day, like who can name all 7 cities, and I'm like, probably not. Like if I racked my brain, I could, sure. But at what point do we decide like these are the cities that are included, and these are the ones that aren't?
So I mean, since we're here, somehow Suffolk is included in that. So Suffolk, Chesapeake, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Hampton, Newport News, Williamsburg.
Really? I thought Portsmouth was in there.
Oh shit! Yeah, Portsmouth, not Williamsburg.
Okay. Yeah. See, it's just that's what I'm saying though. Like it. Like how does that make Williamsburg feel? How does that make Yorktown feel?
Yeah.
Not that I'm here taking up arms for them. Yeah, Yorktown's kind of tiny.
I guess Yorktown doesn't get included. Williamsburg doesn't get included because of Yorktown. Really, when you think about it,
because it's in between.
It's the thing in between. Everything else is all kind of boom. We're all together.
So we could be the 8 cities if it wasn't for ignorant ass Yorktown,
right?
Just hanging out.
Or Poquoson.
Yeah.
Is officially a city now too. Poquoson's a city now. Yeah, it's no longer a town.
I don't think they like that in Poquoson. No. I think they preferred being a.
Oh yeah, because people that aren't white are moving there now too. I doubt that. Probably not very many.
There might be 1 or 2 daring souls.
Yeah,
and if you are, we'd love to have you on the pod.
Yes, please let us know what it's like.
Yes, we will. Yeah,
we have your back.
We do.
So I was randomly. I'm a degenerate gambler now.
Hey,
sort of. I made a lot of free money on DraftKings. Like I say a lot. I made 80 cents on my first bet, and I've spun that into like 60 or 70 bucks.
Enough to keep you coming back, though.
Yeah, and so like there's all sorts of cool things that you can go in and gamble on, and one of them was like I think it's USFL, not USFL, USL 2. It's like League 2 or something.
Right.
And I saw Las Vegas was playing. I was like, oh, I wonder if because MLS is talking about expanding into Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And like you mentioned, Vegas has become the hotspot.
Yes.
And forever getting it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand you can't change the Raiders. They're the Raiders.
Right.
And I can sort of forgive the Raiders because it's a pirate. It's like, okay, I can sort of get it.
It's not the Raiders that's a problem there. It's the fact that the Raiders are in Vegas.
Yes.
But then again, that's not their fault.
No.
Kind of.
It's an amalgamation
Yeah.
of problems.
Circumstances.
So much wrong
Yeah.
there. But then you brought up the Vegas Golden Knights.
Ugh.
It's like, God, that's too much. Like we gave
Cheek's
them.
name.
By the way, we gave them Vegas Knights. Like that's way cooler.
Yeah.
And let's not lean into like the Knights part. Like, hey, I'm Sir Galahad.
Yeah, dude.
How about Vegas Knights? Like, what are you doing in your night life?
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. I know.
Finally, we have a squad that has done it so fucking right.
About time, dude. I know.
The name of the squad is Las Vegas Lights FC.
So dope.
So right off the top, you're like, okay, I'm in. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
The name is perfect.
It sounds like Vegas should.
Yeah.
Like when you say that, look, full disclosure, never been to Vegas.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I mean, I don't know though. Like 10 years ago, even 5, that was something and I was like, man, it'd be cool to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Now, kind of where I'm at in life, I'm like, you know what? All set. It'd be cool for the experience, but my intentions wouldn't be like, yeah, I want to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, just like, I'm going to Vegas.
If I'm going to Vegas, it's probably for a reason. Like, it's not for
Vegas.
to go to Vegas. It's
Right.
like, oh, SummerSlam's there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Or for whatever reason, the Knights are in the Stanley Cup finals. I'm going to go see
Against
them
the
play
Devs.
hockey or something.
Yeah, and I couldn't get tickets at Prudential.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty much the only reason I'm going to Vegas. Unless my wife suddenly wakes up one morning and goes, by the way, hon, we're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to Vegas.
Guess I'll tag along.
Yeah.
Right.
That can't hurt.
Yeah, dude. Like when you think of Vegas, though, like even though like
What's one of the first things you think about?
Right, dude. Nightlife, like
The sign.
Yeah, like that's why it's like, okay, cool. We have all these team names now, whatever. Now we finally have one that taps into what you think of when you think of Vegas. This is awesome, man.
So let's bring this up. We're gonna have to do some searching here because I put in specifically Las Vegas Lights uniforms 2022, and some of these I think might be correct. I think this might be what they're wearing right now.
See,
color scheme wise, win.
Dope. Yeah.
Win. Like again, you've utilized everything I think of when I think of Las Vegas.
Right. Good God, there's a lot going on here, though.
Yeah.
Bowling shirts are what I think of. Yeah. I do not hate them though. Like you said, the color scheme win. My initial thought, aside from like, okay, a Vegas squad nailed it. Like you were mentioning, MLS kind of was like, we like a squad in Vegas. So my first thought is this team name itself is so good that no disrespect to this in particular franchise, but I kind of wish it was reserved for the MLS team because it would get more exposure.
Yeah.
Nothing against this squad, but like, man, that'd be cool in the MLS. Like, for us, like the Whitecaps for you against the Lights, the Timbers against the Lights. Like, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's happened before where the clubs just kind of like that's how Charlotte FC happened. Charlotte FC was a club already.
Yeah.
But then they became an expansion team and they just called them Charlotte FC. I think they just kind of adopted everything.
Right.
So hopefully this is what happens with Las Vegas Lights.
Which would be nice because
it's perfect. It's too fucking perfect.
It is, dude. And like there's so much potential here.
So this is the ones because I found them on Instagram and this is what these are the ones that they're rocking.
Okay.
I like these a lot.
I do too.
A lot of color, a lot of lights. It's again like it's very Vegas. It's what you think of with Las Vegas. I'm trying to find, because I feel like the back of the kit was cool. Here, I want to look at this too. Look at their crest.
Oh, dude.
How awesome is that?
Dude.
How perfect is that?
No, that needs to be an MLS. Yeah. That, oh my God,
God,
dude.
it's so good.
Holy shit.
That is so good.
Dude.
And I can't believe I didn't know this existed. This isn't it either.
Oh my God, that is a dope crest.
Yeah.
I'm starting to appreciate the more I get into soccer, a nice crest.
It can really mean the difference. Okay, so we don't have a lot of options here.
Yeah, there's a random photo of Vance Johnson, former receiver for the Broncos, mixed in. Maybe he's somehow affiliated with Vegas. But what a crest. Ooh, look at those.
Here's the kit, yeah.
They're definitely vibrant.
Well, and you think about this too, like this isn't MLS caliber stuff. This is like, so they're this close while not being MLS.
Yeah.
God, man, can you imagine? I want to see if there's like an actual Las Vegas Lights site.
It would be cool if they did get absorbed in the ML. God, what a name! It almost seems, like I said, no offense to this team. I don't want to say it's wasted on them, because these players all have families and loved ones. So I'm not trying to disrespect them, but God, what a name, dude! Like, that's one of the coolest names you'll ever hear for a sports team.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that it's not something like, I remember when when the Knights were happening, and we were all talking back in the day, like, what are they going to name them before they revealed the name? Like, I remember we kept going back to like shit like the Las Vegas Sin, stuff like that. And like, you always try to stay away from things that don't end in an S because it sounds gimmicky, right?
Yeah.
Like, except like the Miami Heat makes sense, but you don't want too many like Oklahoma City Thunder running around, Tampa Bay Lightning, Minnesota Wild. Like, okay, we get it.
We've come around on some of those now because they've put out a good club.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, cool, man. Cool.
When did this trend start? Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
And I even kind of like that name, but it's like, I remember like when they became a team back in the day, everybody in school, playground, schoolyard, we all didn't quite have the English language down yet. And dudes were going around calling them the Magics.
The Magics.
And you're like, how's this work, man?
Yeah. Well, you figure like it clearly started because I don't think the NFL has gotten, I think NFL is all pearls, right?
NFL, everybody ends in an S, yeah. But Roger Goodell wouldn't have it any other way. Same with Major League Baseball.
Right, but you look at basketball, I think they were the first to crack it. And
I think so.
And then shortly followed by hockey. And then MLS is like almost all.
Yeah. I think, our squads,
WNBA.
I think, are the only ones in MLS that aren't Timbers and Whitecaps.
Yeah.
The Sounders. Okay, so maybe just Cascadia. We like plurals.
There's the Quakes, so that's San Jose.
Yeah. I was thinking Philly, like the Union.
Yeah. And then, it's like, okay, it makes sense, but at the same time, can we not think of something else?
Right.
Which, by the way, y'all's alternates, well, I say y'all, the Union's alternate this year.
Really?
Yeah. But they're still wearing the pajamas for whatever reason.
I was just going to say, if they would have had that last year, I could have been Philly across the board.
Yeah. For whatever reason, they still rock the pajamas a lot. It's like, dude, you have this other one that's really nice. Why don't you wear that?
Yeah. My son taunts me because once I picked the Timbers, now he's like, I want to get into soccer, and he chose the Union as his team. And he flaunts in my face, I'm more Philly than you. And it's like, wait a minute. Let's check birth certificates.
And also, bro, how long did I suffer before the Birds won a Super Bowl?
Right. Like, you don't get to lecture
like
me, dude. Yeah. You don't. We're good here. Good for you for being a Union fan, but I'll bow out of this one. I wanted them to take me, but they had the PJs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can't be a Philly team and go out there in like lightning bolts that look like pajamas.
A goddamn
it's just
Snuggie.
wrong.
Yeah, dude. Like,
it's just wrong.
I'm fine. Thanks.
All right, so let's bring up this site.
Yeah.
Because, again, oh, God, look at all of this. Like,
yeah, those are sick, especially that black one.
Mm-hmm. It's only $80, dude. I mean,
Man.
that ain't happening right now, but like,
no. But I mean, like, and think about, like, dude, when they get a jersey order, they're probably geeked. They're like, yo, we sold one.
Yeah.
You know? That's like USFL. I was watching a little bit of the Philly Stars game yesterday. And so I was like, okay, Google Philly Stars merch. USFL shop comes up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, the same thing. I think their jersey's around like $80. And I was like, I will do this eventually.
Yeah.
But like, there's still, it's weird because there's games going on. Not then too far down the rabbit hole. There's games going on and they're like, jerseys are like pre-order. Like, what?
Wait, what?
Why? And you don't have like a player option. It just said on the back like stars on the nameplate and had the number 22. I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm assuming because, you know, the year the league started is this year, 2022.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'll rock one, but I don't think that's worth almost 100. Like,
also,
you know, give me a player option.
They've known for we heard that the USFL was coming back at least probably roughly a year ago.
A while ago, yeah.
Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I feel like you could have had these for sale before, you know, week 1.
Or, like, how are they still pre-order? Like,
because I was like, I'm gonna get a Philly Stars because Philly, and then like I'd probably get like a Michigan Panthers too at some point because
they're really
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was poking around and I'm like,
yeah, no, dude.
Weird.
I can't drop $80 if it's not on a football jersey if it's not a player.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Nope.
Like, what?
Pass.
How did we get here in this day and age? You know, it's like back when the only way you could rock a hocky sweater was just with a blank back.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That was cheeks.
We're not going back.
No, I'd like an updated version, please.
Side note to the USFL conversation: every game is going to be in Birmingham, Alabama.
So yeah, dude. Like it was weird. Like I don't know if they had like a COVID situation or like protocols, but like I watched the Stars and the Breakers yesterday, and it was like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to not have a lot of people there, which, I mean, I don't know. If they had tickets available, I'm sure they were hoping they would sell more.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe downscale the venue a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? Because whenever they would do a wide shot, it was just nothing but empty seats. And you're like, this looks like Darling Stadium out here, which for those not local, non-757 people, that's where our high schools have games.
That's where I played footy.
Yes, yeah. It's where I played my last game because here where we live, your schools can't afford individual full-blown stadiums in the back.
Right.
So we all had to share one, you know?
Todd Stadium's the one in Newport News.
Yes, Todd Stadium is the bad news one. That's when you had a true home and away game when it was a Hampton and Newport News thing. Other than that, it would be like, oh, so we're playing Bethel.
Yep.
Who's the home team?
Yeah.
Oh, we both are.
Yeah,
so it's just what color are we wearing?
Yep.
You know? But yeah, that's what it looked like. So not to end up too far down the USFL rabbit hole, even though I took us there. But yeah, I was like, really? Like, I don't know. Especially if you're one of these leagues, like get your merch situation together, man.
For sure.
Like, that's how you get people.
Like the Tides, they released the cap again.
Dude,
remember?
I know.
It's like, you should probably always have those ready to rock.
Yeah.
Because
people are going to buy them.
It's always going to get bought.
Like, that's the thing. Yeah, dude. Like, how would you not, like, you need to, like, don't you want people's money?
Yeah.
You know?
Think. You would.
Because I'll give it to you if you have cool merch.
I will buy a Tides cap if you've got a Tides cap, but I'm not buying one of those weird orange ones.
Not buying the seahorse.
It's not happening.
You know? Or whatever the hell it is. I'm just not. Sorry.
I love this cap, but I bet you anything it is a snapback.
Probably. Because now they're coming back. Yeah. Why? Like, why are we going backwards there? When we found out what the option was for a fitted, that you can make a hat one. Why?
Yeah.
Why are we going back to 1993 in a mall here? You know? Like, it's a generational thing, dude. Like, my kid prefers snapbacks. And I'm like, who raised you?
I know. The last time I even was okay with a snapback would have been like 01, 02. Like a long ass time ago.
Yeah, you know, before we knew fitteds existed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now.
I got my I say my first, but not my first. I bought my first fitted cap and I never looked back.
Yeah. Yeah, same, dude.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it.
This is a game changer, especially when you have a dome on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it. Yeah, dude. And I don't. If you're still buying snapbacks in this day and age,
ruining it for all of us.
Yeah, we hate
like
you.
Trucker caps came. Well, I say they came back, but like this was at least 10, 15 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
But like, man, fuck a trucker cap.
I'm the same way, dude. I'm just not. But see, it's like if there's a trucker cap, but it's like fitted or flex fit.
Strangely enough, this has the mesh in the back.
Yeah.
Like it's the one thing that trucker caps get right.
Yes, dude. That's the way my old Flyers hat was. Old that I still have, but I started wearing it to work and just sweat through it, which is what I do. That's why I stopped wearing hats to work, because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to have any left if I keep doing this. Side note, pulled the hats out the other day, started going through them. I don't know, it was recently. I forgot about a lot that I had. I was like, I've got a lot of hats, dude. I forgot I got that Pods hat like a year ago.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, I bought it, wore it like twice, you know? And then I was just like, I'm going to not wear hats for a little bit so I can, not have a Peyton Manning forehead. Mm-hmm. Because that's like my forehead got jacked up from wearing it. Plus, I like the hair at work. It's just easy to just and keep it out of my face. Mm-hmm. So yeah, now that I'm slightly less gross, it's not necessary.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's funny because I've gone the other way. Like I'm always wearing a cap now.
Yeah,
I went years without one, and now suddenly it's like an old habit that's come right back.
I have to. Yeah, dude.
It's constantly on.
I know, it's awesome. It's awesome. You got a setup, man. I need to bring some of my hats over and just like put them here.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get that on into the shot. Like,
yeah.
What's funny is like you see this room, and thankfully most of this doesn't actually make the screen, because my wife would be furious with me if it did. Like this room is like, we had a big conversation about it before you came over, but that is probably going to go. But the good news about that going is finding a place where we can put all that on screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is the whole point of it. That's the only reason I brought that from the old house. It's like, oh, this could be something that could hold all my hats and be on screen.
Yeah.
And there it is, not on screen.
Right. Well, no, things never work out. Well, I shouldn't say things never. Sometimes they just don't work out the way you hope.
It looks like butt chick.
But
so, dude, I love these scarves.
Oh my God. I was just looking at that one right there, the blue and
this is beautiful. And not enough can be said about this crest, I don't think. I know we've said a lot about it, but oh my God, it's so good.
It's good. That one's up there with SF City FC.
Yeah.
I love that crest, dude. What a crest.
St. Louis's.
St. Louis too, yeah, dude.
Sinners versus Saints.
Oh.
I like that.
Oh. I like that one.
Lucha. Get lit. I don't like that, but like,
yeah, I don't either.
I get it.
I do too. It's just like, yeah, chances are if you see somebody rocking that scarf in particular, I'm not going to like them. Personalized gear. Hey now.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it depends on what we have available under the personalized gear section.
Oh, these are keeper jerseys.
God, what a crest, though.
Yeah. $40 for a Mystery Lights jersey.
I mean,
what's this? Player's inaugural jersey. So they haven't been a squad for very long, I guess, because this is like their inaugural gear. This is the inaugural gear, and they're not. This is not what they're wearing.
No, it's not. Those look like some Swedish shit.
Yeah. What about currents, please?
Right?
Confetti.
Oh, for the love of God. I kind of like it.
I could get down with the confetti, but I can't get down with, why do you have people on your butt?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What's going on the butt cheeks?
Get that out of here, please.
Yeah.
I can forgive the confetti. That's like a fun little touch.
Right, and it makes sense, but...
Oh, here we go.
Okay, that's better. There's no people there creeping on people's butts. That's nice.
You don't have any of your currents. What's the deal?
Yeah.
All right, well, that to me says fail.
Who's marketing for these teams?
I guess this is all they got for the current. Does this mean that they don't have player names on them?
So what are we, blank? Like a...
Oh, okay. Choose an option. That's probably the size, right?
That or, it might have a player option or something. Very, very strange.
Okay, well.
I just don't like marketing for some of these like smaller leagues. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, because
that's how you get people.
Your crest and your name alone got us here. All you had to do was put your current jerseys front and center and make them look decent and give me the options that I wanted.
That's it.
I feel like I'm not asking that much.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
I would like a player jersey, please.
Right. Even just give me an option. I'm not. You know what I'll do? Pick a number that I like.
Yeah.
I don't
need to know the players.
Nope.
I just want the jersey
or a name that sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Dude. Some of these small, like I said, the USFL and all these other leagues. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, does Fanatics have to do everything?
I know, right?
It'd
be nice to not have to go through them.
Dude, wouldn't it? Like, we love Fanatics here on the pod, but like at the same time, like, it'd be cool to go somewhere else that's not a monopoly all the time.
Yeah.
Because I poke around occasionally in their timber section because I'm like, I like more timber shit.
Yeah.
Occasionally, like just to browse and see what's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all bullshit.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, the one timber shirt I have is a 2X now. So it's a little flappy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, like a bed shirt or whatever, maybe, when I'm in the mood for that. Other than that, I've got my Timbers jersey or kit rather, which I need to break out actually.
It's coming to that time.
It is, dude. It is. I want another one.
Yeah.
I want another one, but I also want that sale that we caught those on.
Yeah, dude.
I keep waiting because that sale was tremendous.
Yes. And I would very much like a This City.
I'd even get a Rose City for like not 150.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, but if I'm going to do that, I'm buying a new Flyers sweater.
Also
or a Kraken sweater or something.
Dude. Yes.
Nothing against the Timbers, whom I love.
I don't have a current dev, so like for sure, if I'm dropping 150, it's going to be a current dev.
If you were to get a current dev, who'd it be? Heischer?
Either
Him or Bratt?
Either the Cap or Jesper Bratt for sure.
Okay.
Because Bratt has been pretty clutch for me on fantasy.
Yeah.
Whereas the Cap did not actually. He shit the bed a lot for me.
I know.
He had his best season to date.
Yep.
Just not when he was on the squad.
Yep. Still floating out there on waivers.
Yeah. Well, because when I picked him up, he got hurt, and then I dropped him. Then I picked him back up, and then he was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm here, I guess."
Yep.
It's like, well, where'd you go, dude?
I was gonna scoop him yesterday, but I don't think you guys played yesterday.
No.
And so like I said,
another guy I keep peeking at is Dougie Hamilton. Like,
dude,
he was available, and it's like,
right, like. Defensemen are so weird in fantasy pucks, dude. Like,
what's their real value? Like a guy like Krug.
Yeah,
that guy was pretty valuable. Apparently,
right?
He was an assist machine, and it also kind of depends on the team they play on because a good defenseman could get you like 3 or 4 hits a game too.
Yeah, get you some assists, a power play point, whatever. If they're on the top line or two.
Yeah, you're probably not getting goals from them, and
no.
Not likely to get assists. There are like Carlson.
Right.
Carlson and Krug were my clutch guys. Seth Jones, on the other hand, kind of did a little everything.
Yeah, dude. Well, there's a defenseman that Cale Makar for the Avs. I think he's north of 20 goals this year.
Wow.
Which for a defenseman is a shit ton.
Yeah.
So good for him. I can't remember who owns him. Doesn't matter. But yeah. A lot of fantasy hockey talk today.
I know. Well,
I'm for it, dude. I'm going to miss it. It is. I'm going to miss it after.
Well, and this is why I was like, I'm bummed. I mean, we could start a league late with baseball, but like the commitment for hockey isn't too bad because it was we started in January, like late.
Whenever the season started, no, it had to have been October, dude, because it started on time this year.
Yeah.
It did fly the fuck by, though.
It did.
So
I guess like it would be the same, except for 162 games of it. But I mean, it works out to the same.
We're going to be drafting again in May, June, July, August, like 4 or 5 months, dude. We're going to be drafting again. Because draft, I think, was the end of September, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that I do remember.
So, yeah.
For sure.
Everybody start getting your keepers together.
Yeah, I got to figure out. I mean, I don't know what's to figure out. It's
we
McKinnon.
Got time.
It's
got to be
like,
McKinnon, dude.
He's like the 3rd best player in the league. Like, how do you...
Yeah, because if you don't keep him, you know what's going to happen? He's going to fall to Mike.
Yep.
And Mike's going to take him.
Yep.
Or some shit. Well, actually, no, because you'd be drafting ahead of Mike, but still.
Yeah.
Some dick is going to get him.
McKinnon,
Yeah. And then you'll be out. And yeah.
I guess I take the risk. And and hope Lindham's still around the next time I can pick.
Yeah.
You know, who knows?
Gambles, dude. I can't wait for the drafts. It's going to be so cool to have actual keepers this year.
Yeah, dude. Like, not have to completely rebuild. Defense is the one, because like we were talking about, like, it turns out Krug was much more valuable than Carlson to me. And Carlson was a can't cut.
Right. Yahoo's bullshit list.
Yeah. It's like, okay. But like this guy, if he would have gotten IR'd, probably wouldn't have been a problem. But like, he was sorely missed.
Yes.
In the stretch when I needed him the most.
Yep.
Seth Jones had a spell where he was out too. And then I basically had like a floating fifth that I would bring in every now and again.
Yeah.
Like a guy like Alexiak from Seattle I would pull in because dude gets hits.
He does.
Take him.
I wanted somebody for Seattle on my team. And I drafted somebody, I can't remember who, but they were my first drop.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like,
and I just like...
it's hard to keep... It was... Anytime I picked up anybody, it was hard to keep them.
Yeah.
Because Alexiak even got hurt. And I was like, okay, well, I guess he's got to go.
Actually, I know who I'm going to pick up for Seattle. I'm not going to say in case Hot Joe's listening.
Drieger had to go like pretty early on. Like I drafted him, he had to go. And then I had somebody else at some point, like a winger. And... same thing, like he just wasn't producing, so it's like, all right, well, bye. Like, I'd love to have somebody from the Kraken on the squad, but don't produce. Like, what's
none
the
of
point?
you are doing shit.
What's the point?
Yeah, go be on waivers.
Oh boy, I feel like there was something else that real quick, because we've never actually talked about this, and we got to keep this one tight. But one of the other things that I brought to the table. But then I stumped on this. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about this week. We've never officially talked about the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh my God, we didn't. You're right, Cheeks. Just Cheeks. So you want to talk about a creative team-ass logo?
Oh yeah, the logo is trash. No
I was poking around. I forgot, ironically, that's what they were. And I was looking on Fanatics, where you know whatever, and you click on MLB and it pulls up all the teams and see for Cleveland is up toward the top. And I had like a moment where I was like, wait, what? And I looked, I'm like, who the hell's this? And then I went, oh yeah, that's right. Like, cool for you for keeping like the kind of classic Indian style or Cleveland baseball team, like that right there, the Albert Bells, like awesome. But come on, man.
So, we're not... The C is whatever.
I don't hate the C. It's that damn...
The wing thing?
Yeah.
It's dumb.
What are you flying from?
Yeah, it's dumb. I don't even hate the word Guardians or the name Guardians.
Me either. I just hate...
Here it is.
God, that logo.
It is so terrible. So this is... There's like a bridge there that this is supposedly... based on.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, okay, cool. Whatever, man.
That looks like... You remember back in the day when you would get a game for like Super Nintendo that didn't have like an MLB license?
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
That looks like what this is.
It's exactly what that looks like.
You know?
I think it's funny that they have that logo on this cap, but I don't think that's the cap that they play with.
I don't either. I think it's,
just the C.
I think so, which fucking thankfully.
I will say, like, at least the Guardians didn't take forever to pick the Guardians.
They were swift.
I think they were technically they were never officially the baseball team. I don't think.
I don't think they were either. Yeah, so they didn't take any time.
Still had the name last year.
Yep.
But they just said we're basically the baseball team this season.
Yeah, we just don't want to go full Washington, but give us a little bit and we'll be all right. Like you said, I'm the same way. The name doesn't offend me entirely. It's kind of Cheeks, but that logo is just that.
I like the color scheme because obviously it's it's the same thing. I wish they'd lean into the. I miss like the red was in the 90s like almost a pink.
Yeah,
I missed that. I don't know why Cleveland went away from that. Because to me, like that was what brought me. They were my AL team forever.
Yeah,
that's what brought me there. Well, that in Major League.
Right, yeah, dude.
But still,
that could be a fun discussion one day. Worst logos in sports.
Yeah, because
this
is up there.
It's so bad.
It is terrible.
It's so bad.
Yeah, we're baseball and the G surrounding the baseball flying G. Cool.
It doesn't even like if that's what you wanted to do, then cool. But there's so many cooler ways you could have executed it.
Yeah.
It just looks like shit.
I hope that this was like spring training gear or something, because I don't like this.
Yeah, me either.
Because I feel like they've used this like black almost, or this blue almost black, as the primary. Instead, like whenever, I guess this would technically be a third.
Yeah, it's like some Chicago Bears shit,
right? Because the aways would be the gray.
Yep.
And then this says Guardian, so this is a home. This would be a home alternate.
Yep.
Give me this blue instead, and suddenly like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The white is far superior.
100%, dude. 100%. Like that, look, at first glance, that's fine because it's like, okay, cool. It's the way it's supposed to look.
Right.
And then like a TV graphic comes up and you're like, yeah, how the hell's this a bridge?
What are you doing?
Yeah. Awful.
But they exist
Good
now.
God. Yep, they're a team.
They're a team. So
good for you, Cleveland.
Good for you. You did it. You did it. And we have done it. I think we've done everything here. We're a pod. Yes. If you've made it this far, congrats. Now would be a great time for you to hit subscribe on whatever you're doing. If you're viewing, subscribe. Boom. If you're listening, subscribe. But to me, the best way you can help us is by telling somebody that you watch or listen to the show.
Absolutely.
Like I can tell you to subscribe, rate, comment all I want, but I don't know that helps.
Right.
The absolute one for sure way you can help us is by saying, I listen to Gear Freaks. You should too.
Yeah. And plus that way it's not a chore list. It comes up organically in conversation. If we tell you to do things, you know what you're probably not going to do?
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And again, like it'd be cool if you did all those other things, but I'm not sure that they help.
Right.
So like, why not do the one thing that does help?
Yeah.
Is tell somebody to listen to the show.
Yeah. It's 1970. Go tell a friend, won't you?
How about that? We would appreciate that.
Yes.
So we're not going to hit you over the head with much else, but man, a footy club got Vegas right. I can't believe it. The Las Vegas Lights.
Suckers!
Oh, the button is too far away.